Someone gets their dream job offer 8 lakhs per annum CTC. They tell their family, everyone is proud. They do the math, 8 lakhs divided by 12, that's 66,000 rupees a month. First salary lands in the account. It's 46,200 rupees, not 66,000, 46,200 rupees. Where did 20,000 go? Nobody stole it, nobody made a mistake. The money was never yours to begin with, and nobody told you that. That gap, 20,000 rupees every month, has a name. Actually, it has several names: PF, TDS, professional tax. And by the end of this video, you will understand every single one of them. Not because it's interesting, because you can't manage money if you don't understand. Welcome back, I'm Sri Lakshmi. This is the money series nobody taught you. In episode 1, we talked about how inflation silently eats your money every year. Today we go even closer to home, your salary slip. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what CTC means, what take home means, what PF and TDS are doing to your paycheck, and most importantly, how to calculate your real in-hand salary. If you found this searching for CTC versus in-hand, you are in the right place. Subscribe so you get the full series. This is episode 2 of 13. Okay, CTC stands for cost to company, and the key word there is to company. CTC is not what you earn. CTC is what your employer spends on you. Those are two completely different numbers, and confusing them is the most expensive mistake a first job person can make. Think of it this way. If a company hires you at 8 LPA CTC, they are telling you, we are willing to spend 8 lakhs per year to have you work here. That 8 lakhs includes your salary, yes, but it also includes their contribution to your PF. It includes gratuity provisions. It may include your health insurance premium, your meal allowance, your cab allowance. A lot of that money never reaches your bank account. It goes to the government. It goes into funds. It goes towards benefits you may not even use. CTC is a cost. Your salary is an earning. They are not the same thing. Okay, let's take a real 8 LPA salary slip and go line by line. I'm going to show you every component, what it is, where it goes, and whether it actually reaches. Basic salary. Usually 40 to 50% of your CTC. For our 8 lakhs example, about 26,700 rupees a month. This is the foundation everything else is calculated on. Higher basic means more PF deducted. It means less take home but more retirement savings. HRA, house rent allowance. Typically 40 to 50% of basic, around 10,700 rupees a month in your example. If you live in a rented house and actually pay rent, a portion of this is tax-free. If you live with your parents and pay no rent, it's fully taxable. Most people miss this. Special allowance. This is the leftover. Whatever doesn't fit into the other categories, fully taxable. No exemptions. Companies use this to fill the gap between your components and CTC. LTA, leave travel allowance. Given for travel during leave. Tax exempt if you actually travel within India and claim it properly. Many people never claim it. That's free tax savings left on the table every year. Now the deductions. This is where your 20,000 rupees disappears. PF, Provident Fund. 12% of your basic salary is deducted from your paycheck every month. Your employer also contributes 12% of your basic, but that's already accounted for in your CTC. So, for our example, 12% of 26,700 rupees is 3,204 deducted from you every month. It goes into your EPF account, your retirement savings. You get it back when you retire or resign after 5 years. It's not lost, but it's locked. Tax deducted at source. Your employer is required by law to deduct income tax from your salary every month and pay it directly to the government. This is TDS. For a 8 LPA salary under the new tax regime, roughly 4,000 to 6,000 rupees per month depending on your investments. If you invest in a tax savings instruments and declare them to your employer, your TDS drops. Most first jobbers don't do this. They pay more tax than they legally need to. Professional tax. It is a small state government tax. Usually 200 rupees per month, varies by state. In Telangana, it is 200 rupees per month. Nothing you can do about this one. Next, ESI. Employee state insurance only applies if your gross salary is below 21,000 rupees per month. It gives you access to government medical facilities. Once your salary crosses 21,000 rupees, ESI stops applying. So there it is. 8 LPA means 66,667 rupees gross per month. 46,200 rupees is in your hand. The gap isn't theft. It's not a mistake. It's PF, TDS and professional tax. All three doing exactly what they are supposed to do. The problem was never the system. The problem was that nobody showed you the system. Here's what I want you to do before you accept any job offer from now on. Ask 3 questions. Just 3. Question 1. What is the basic salary? Not CTC, the basic. Because PF is calculated on basic and basic determines a lot. Question 2. Is PF included in the CTC or paid over? Some companies include employer PF contribution inside the CTC number. Some companies pay on top. That difference alone can change your take home by 2,000 to 4,000 rupees per month. Question 3. What is the gross monthly salary? Gross means everything before deductions. This is what you calculated TDS from. Once you have these 3 numbers, you can estimate your in hand yourself. Simple formula. In hand is deducting PF, TDS and professional tax from gross. This is the calculation HR will never walk you through. This is what your senior colleagues figured out after their third confused payslip. You just learned it before your first one. That's the whole point of this channel. One more thing before we wrap up, and this directly affects how much TDS gets deducted from your salary. India currently has 2 income tax regimes, old and new. Old regime, higher tax rates, but you can claim deductions, PF, HRA, insurance, ATC investments and reduce your taxable income. New regime, lower flat tax rates, but almost no deductions allowed. What you earn is what gets taxed. Depending on your salary and investments, one will save you more money than the other. We are going to do a full deep dive on this in episode 6 with actual number comparisons for different salary levels. But for now, when your HR asks which regime do you want, don't just say new regime because it sounds simpler. Wait for episode 6 first. Let's recap. CTC is what the company spends. Your salary is what you earn. They are not the same. Basic salary is the foundation for PF, TDS and professional tax come out every month. For an 8 LPA job, expect roughly 45 to 47,000 in hand, not 66,000. And before any job offer, ask for the basic. Ask whether PF is inside or outside CTC and calculate your gross. You now know something that most people spend their first 3 months of work figuring out by themselves. Homework for this episode. If you are already working, pull up your last salary slip. Look at the deductions column, add them up. Reply below with the total percentage being deducted from your gross. If you are a student or between jobs, take any job offer you have seen or heard about. Use the formula we just learned and calculate the in hand yourself. Post your working in the comments. I will check if you got it right. Now that you understand exactly what you earn, episode 5 is about why that number alone will never be enough. There are 2 kinds of income in the world. One that requires you to show up every day to get paid, and one that pays you even when you don't. The gap between these two, active income and passive income, is the gap between a job and financial freedom. Episode 5 breaks down exactly what that gap looks like, what it takes to cross it, and what most people get completely wrong about passive income. Subscribe so it comes straight to you. If this cleared up the CTC confusion, share it with one specific person, someone who just received a job offer and is doing that mental math right now. Someone who starts their first job next month. That's who this was made for. This is episode 4 of 30. The full series is in the playlist linked below. See you in episode 5.